And we're back for round 2. Why so quickly? Because I want to go to bed. Really? What time is it? I don't know. It's like 6 o'clock, dude. I'm fucking tired. Don't worry about me. I don't live like this always. I'm just tired. But I want to know what to expect tomorrow before I go to sleep. Really? Yeah, so I'm going to pull the cards. Who am I? High Priestess Phoenix, your spiritual healer, teacher. None of those ones gone. Shaman, Seer, Oracle, Lightworker, Starseed. Come on, God. I said in my earlier video, I was like, I'm not really free. I have to do everything that God says. You can hear me all day arguing with him. You know when it's God or somebody else. I say directly, fucking God. Anyways, I am your mystic medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God. I am his first child, reincarnated. I am LILITH. God, none of these are fucking para. I mean, they kind of are, but what the fuck? What the fuck, God? Alright, in order to keep up with me, you had to catch my last live video. It was pretty much a completion to the whole week when we were talking about changing your mind and manifestations. Why is this so important? Because we can't stay in every chapter week after week with you guys. Why? Because we learned that. So they gave us all kinds of inspiration. For what? For the fucking new moon that's coming. But in order to do that, you had to start thinking about the things you wanted and take this week to take action on that shit. Before I even pull these cards, I guarantee you that's what it's going to call right now. It's an evolution, bro. For those that are new, welcome. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Obviously, I just said so. But I'm your teacher, and this is how it works. So on Sunday we close this up. On a Monday we'll still have some shadows from whatever we went over through the week that we didn't deal with. Something we missed, some of the hurt feelings, and some of whatever. Why on a Monday? It's the day of the moon. It's mind and emotions. They come up. On Tuesday, you will be in action. You'll be starting to come out of it, and we'll be ready for our next journey. By Wednesday, we get fucking full understanding of what we're going to be facing by Friday. You're like, it's Sunday. Dude, the fucking Monday, Tuesday, Friday is how it works around here. It doesn't matter what you're doing in your life, dude. Those are the most important days. For me. Really? Yeah. Well, I mean, there's lots of great times and stuff, but those are the work days, dude. A Monday is, you're all in your fucking mind, dude. You gotta deal with that shit. A Tuesday, you gotta take action, dude. That's Mars Day. A Friday, you're all in your heart, bro. You gotta fucking deal with that shit. And you gotta take action. I usually am really good. I'll catch this shit on a Thursday when my heart is full. Because I already caught the message on Wednesday and I can see it by Thursday, so I don't gotta wait till fucking Friday. But then I still heard about it, you know, throughout the process of it. Really? Yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? We're closing up the chapter, opening up a new one. Okay. Where we at, God? The fuck is that? Oh, Three of Swords. Oh, heartbreak. We're at the Heartbreak Hotel. Who's heartbroken? I'm thinking to myself. I'm digging into my soul to see if I'm upset or hurt about some shit. I'm not. My heart is fully open. It's pumping really loud. It's excited. It's not hurt. Alright, let's see. That's a cool name. Number 20 is what we're on. Okay, I went to Daniel. Dang. Alright. God the Redeemer. The energy of this angel instills in us a redemption for the mistakes made from impulsivity, I can't say it right, and desire. Thus, we can right our wrongs and rectify them rationally and lucidly, redeeming past mistakes through study and reason. The intellectual gift will enable us to recognize what's wrong and what's right. Then we will realize the understanding and understand our work, desiring only what the inner divinity asks us to accomplish. Mars, which is taking action. Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, which is your feelings. And it says the Three of Swords. It's hard to say. I'm going to leave that picture there and read it for you over here. It's not a good card. I have a t-shirt that I wear all the time. Maybe I went to the Seven of Cups, Illusions. Damn, that's worse. Really? Yeah. think so. Pentacles, cups, wands, swords. 3. We were at this 2 of Swords, which was the stalemate. Your world has suddenly been turned upside down. You have metaphorically been stabbed through the heart, betrayed by a lover, friend, or business partner. This leaves you shocked, devastated, and in a world of pain. Don't despair. Things couldn't have gone on forever as they were. The ending is necessary in order for you to move forward. Don't feed yourself the poison of resentment every day. It won't harm the person who hurt you, but it will certainly damage you. Remember the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Did you guys get fucked up? On the reverse, you've been hurt badly, losing someone or something that you love. The path to healing can be hard and slow, but it has begun and will be easier if you look forward to the future. I can resonate with this. Instead of back into the past pain, give yourself permission to forgive and release the hurt. If you suppress your feelings, you will not heal. It's funny, I see Marshall. I was going to talk about, but I see you. Because that's the prime example right there. Optimus Prime. I can't be hurt. I could. I have every reason. But I've worked through it so that I'm not. But the bitter resentment of the fact that you're such fucking failures and we couldn't make it work, I can't. I only could blame myself for so long. I blamed myself because I was sick, or at least that's what I told myself. That if I just got better, then, you know what I mean? But that wasn't the case at all. As far as losing someone you love or something, you know, like, I see him because I was very hopeful for Marshall, as I am with everyone. Probably the last one I hoped. Now I'm just being drugged through this bullshit. I couldn't hate him for not being available for me to love. And that's the same thing with all of them. I can't hate Bobby for not being available for me to love. I can't fully understand it. My brain can't comprehend why this is so difficult to be able to get close and just love. I don't know what it is that you guys perceive or put in between us, but it is what it is. And so, you know, like, you just, you know, you get so invested in the idea of something and it doesn't work, and I can't be resentful and be like, well, this is all your fault and you're all this and this is the reason that it didn't work out. I take all that shit to God and just look at it as, you know, I got close. I had a great relationship with somebody and it couldn't go any further. Nothing really bad happened between us other than just like I told Bobby, I outgrew him. There wasn't really much to talk about anymore after that. I started having different experiences, obviously with Bobby, and, you know, more personal experiences that I just didn't feel like sharing with him anymore. I didn't feel like the sharing, and that's why all of our conversations end up stopping. I didn't feel like the sharing was actually contributing to anything. There was no reason to give you a certain part of my life, or you could just hear it like everyone else. There was no reason to pour into you. It wasn't going to change anything. And that's just kind of where it is you realize this isn't going anywhere. It's not getting better. There's nothing getting worse. It's just there's no, you know, like I can't have a relationship with Bobby no matter any which way I've tried. It can't be because of his, you know, one-track mindset. It's like he just wants to fucking have an affair on the side and keep his life and just do all of this, and that's just not fair. And so, you know, it's not, I can't hate him because he wants to keep his life the way it is. I can't hate him for that. I just have to keep thinking about the next one. And I know that infuriates all of you because I've done it to each of you through these steps. And it probably terrifies some of the beginning stages because you see that God literally brings me in another one. But how dare you not want that for me if you know what I mean? And that goes back to Marshall. I don't care. As long as he finds someone, then I know it wasn't all for nothing. I pushed myself for this, but I saw the reflection in him right away. So then it became like I was trying to show him through me that it was worth rehabilitating yourself to get to be close to someone again. Right? And then, you know, so that's where it is. It's like, kind of like Russ, remember in the beginning? I was just telling you about my life before I made you a part of it. So he was just, you know, I was just telling him what was going on that he didn't see. And then it became more of telling him about everything he didn't see. And that's where the relationship is I let you guys more in and I tell you what I'm doing with my private time. The things I'm thinking, the downloads, all the stuff that I don't share on the internet. But then it just gets quiet after a while, and I get tired of talking to the air. Well, then I think about Bobby's responses lately, and I'm like, geez. I don't think he means to offend with the words that he chooses. I think it's just my intellectual. It's like I'm a Sheldon. Like I see these words and I'm like, okay, that's what you chose to say. I waited to hear your words and this is what comes out of you. It's kind of alarming. As far as being hurt badly, I guess the hurt was just the detachment, to be honest, is letting go of the idea. That's the hard part, is letting go of the idea but still holding on to the love. And that's what healing is called. As I see this, I see Wolfman, it's like you don't. You cut them off, you turn off your Instagram, you leave the country. You don't hold on to it. You burn it completely to the ground so you don't have to face it. There's not a place I can run from them. That's all that hurts, is when you give up an idea. It hurts internally. It's I don't know. You blame yourself for thinking. I can feel myself ready to cry. You blame yourself for, like, even thinking it was possible to begin with. But if you, that's just part of the thinking process here. It's one of the stages of, you know, the magnum opus. And if you give into that, you'll shut down too hard. You'll blame yourself and you'll never want to do it again. And that's the pattern. You have to be careful not to shut down, but to open up deeper to what it was, rather than shut down to what happened. See the bigger. It's hard. I was very ignorant to what was happening. I was getting fucking hurt a lot because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know the process. Once you understand God's processes, all makes sense. It really doesn't matter what's happening. Like, I look back at, like, you know, when my fucking radiator blew on my son's birthday, all praises to God. I knew it was God. Everything that happens, I know this is God. All through the chaos. And I know the process, so I can stop myself from panicking and look for the process, which is just the lesson and what he's doing. Once you learn what he's doing, it doesn't matter what's being done, I suppose. I don't know. And that's it. It's like you can't look back at the past. You can't be like, well, it didn't work and this never worked and that was all. I don't think about any of it. Why? I don't dwell on pain. I face pain when I have to. I don't go looking for it. I don't want to think about, you know, if it comes up, I have to deal with it and shed a tear and that's okay. But I don't. If I look back, I see the process, not the pain. The pain might be there, some leftover pain, but I'm seeing the process. Like, what does that mean? I see the bigger picture of why things happen, bro. Like, Bobby, I could see the bigger picture of why he kept running away. Instead, in the beginning, I kept thinking it was something completely different that was happening. I couldn't understand what was happening. The understanding comes with reviewing things a lot, getting out of your feelings and what you felt and what happened to you, and putting yourself in their shoes and what they experienced and what you may have said or did to them that you forgot because you're so hyper-focused on what they said and did. Those moments are really important to see how the interaction really happened, what really could have happened, or what did or didn't. Those are important. And that's how you get forgiveness, is by understanding. There's a lot of these resentments built up. It's like you can't understand how this happened. That's usually how you look back at a lot of things in life. Ever since the beginning of my awakening, the healings, there was a certain thing that would happen as soon as I see a trauma, something I never saw before, a trigger, a memory I hadn't seen. I'd start panicking, like, how did this happen? How did this happen? The first things I wanted to know was, how did I get there? Because my memory is worked like this. I just wake up in a moment. I see a moment I see the trauma before it's about to happen, or as it's happened. I don't see it in the process. I don't see the beatings. I don't see the rapes. I can see right before it's about to happen. And I know what's about to happen. And it's very panicking, and I want to know how I got there, and I want to know what happened after, but I can't. It's just one moment. So there's these moments that you relive, right? And you're trying to understand it, and it's just that picture. You don't need another picture. I'm seeing Ready Player One. It's like, we've watched this 3 million times. Yeah, but everything you need is in that picture. You're staring at it too hard. Step back. I could be all kinds of mad that these relationships aren't working. They're not working like a relationship should. But as far as the definition of twin flame fucking connections, they're working exactly like they're supposed to. The bad part is they make you believe that if you do this work, you're going to be happy with one of these fuckheads. But it doesn't seem to be that way. It seems like no matter how many times you face them, there's more and more work. So you just hope to face somebody else while you have to continue this lifetime work with this person. And in my case, people. I have prayed for a soulmate to get me out of this, and I thought that was what Wolfman was. He ended up being another fucking mirror. Just like me. He didn't get me out, he took me deeper in. I don't think anybody's ever gonna get me out. But it would be nice to have someone that understood what I was even into. That even if they're not pulled in it, they could be outside to keep me grounded while I'm in it. Sounds like a very important role, I put it like that. It sounds like almost a need. Like that's what I need in my life, is a structured man outside of me. I better be careful saying those kind of words to the universe. I heard a fucking fuzz in my ear. Give yourself permission to forgive and release the hurt. I see Russ. I have every reason to hate him. You don't understand. He purposely attacked me for over a year. Day after day after day, trying to make me jealous. Trying to make me some type of way. day after day after day for over a year, he kept trying to get a rise out of me. He was doing it on purpose. And it was painful. I have every reason to hate that fucking guy. Until God showed me why he did it. Why he does it. Why does he do that? He does this public display of rejection since the beginning. Like, you don't know shit, and I don't need you, and you don't know what you're talking about, and fuck you. But in the same token, he's over there saying, using all of my words and everything I say, and he's putting it on his shit, and he's like, you know, all of this. Why did he do all that? Because I rejected him. I rejected him, and so he spends the rest of his life rejecting me. I don't know, whatever. So we just play the reject button. He's a reject. Realistically, yeah, that's what we do around here. God showed me that. I did to him exactly what I did to Wolfman in one message. I did it to Wolfman in one message, you guys. I sent him a message and I told him I thought he was my emperor, but apparently not. He's more of a Knight of Wands and he needs to work on his shadows. I completely didn't even know this guy and completely offended the shit out of him, and he had to fucking stand up to me right away. But then he realized he was standing up to a fucking goddess, and that backfired hard. No, I didn't have a right to talk to you like that, and that's why I kept talking to you like that, and that's why I got myself in spiritual court. Because you were supposed to be a breath of fresh air that I treated like the toxic fucking fumes of these guys. You have your own toxicity, don't get me wrong, and we definitely had to dig that out. But I dug out my own through you. You're still in there digging in bitches' guts. Hey dude, I'm just gonna tell you, I saw a side view of you in your little shorts, and it was one hell of a view there, buddy. Realistically, I am a woman. I see stuff. Moving on. I can't be mad that he's a fuckboy and he's a fucking immature and he's this and he's that, and I made them all fucking really twisted and sent them all to therapy. I think it's equal, because that's what I do all the time here, and that's why I was like, stay away from me. You make me have to do all kinds of fucking mental and emotional healing. It's supposed to go both ways, but you guys just go the other way and go drown yourself in, what do they say, fantasies, drugs, alcohol, and women. I don't get any of that. I gotta sit here with my motherfucking feelings. But that's got here, dealing with all that heartbreak. And right now, it's like, fine, you can't be that guy. Do you know how many times he's told me that? Am I gonna cry every time? Well, I mean, I did for a while. When are you gonna stop crying about this? I don't know, it hurts every time you say it. But it's not true. He just says it because that's what comes out of his fucking mouth. Keep saying that shit. Keep saying it till you die. I don't care. I'm gonna start repeating it to you. Realistically, I am not mad. Because if you can't be, that means there's someone else. That's all that means to me. I know this. My Lord is faithful. He might bring me a whole nother asshole, but he's bringing me someone. Guaranteed. And Gabriel woke me up in the middle of the night with that bullshit. I don't not know these. And does that mean immediate? No, I'm immediately not in need of a man right now. But I do need some support. I need some of that. I get that, right? I get what they're doing, and I get what it means. It's like, and what I said. It's like, I don't want you to live in my house, and I need this time to even, turn it into a house. But I need the support. I want someone's support to share this with, and that's what Marshall was. That's what those DMs were, bro, is someone to talk to about my day-to-day experiences, someone to share my days with. Doesn't mean fully, engulfed in my fucking life, but just someone that is part of my life that I can share my life with. And I get that because I'm going into a new place where it's real scary, and it's good to have some. That's why they keep bringing up these cards, some friends and some family and a lover, someone to, you know what I mean, to share this with. I don't need you to be strong. I'm being strong, and I want someone to share this experience, but at the same time, it is a vulnerable experience. My weakest is wanting to share my experiences when things are good. This is when the ex-husband used to come in. Really, he knew when I was doing good, he'd come in and get all the goodness. Douchebag. Now you're stuck with badness. No, but I'm just saying like that. I get that, and it's like, I get it. I mean, I'm forced not to believe it. I want to believe that it'll always work out and everything will always be good because that's how I'm made to believe. But logically, yeah, it makes sense. But I know. And then they brought out Samael, and I have no idea what that means. I wasn't expecting Hades. We were all in the Persephone. I just didn't put the fucking picture together. Picture me rolling. Shut up, Hawk! I love you! Really? Yeah, I love him. Sorry. Just butts in. Just butts in with his smile and shit, talking shit. That's how I feel about it. If there's an opening in my, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like my heart is fully open to this. And I'm so sad that it's not you. And that's what it is. It's like, oh, geez. I'm sad that it's not any of you. And that's where I got afraid of Wolfman. It's like, I did all this work with you guys, and now they're gonna... Marshall has the messages to prove it. I was scared. I'm like, how could this happen? How could this happen? I fall completely in love with you guys, and now they want me to go love some fucking stranger. Yeah, really, I was scared about it. Oh, dodge that bullet. I'm not saying he might not spiritually progress and be useful in my learning center, but I don't know about being useful in my life with my children and me, and I don't know about all that. I don't know nothing. I'm just saying, I know that God's bringing me someone to love. I didn't say as someone to love me, someone to love. Why? Because you don't understand my true power. Just being able to love brings in love. I am the Queen of Cups. It's a flow, bro. It's a flow, bro. I'm now at page 23. So that like twice today. Alright, so heartbreak or not? Are you heartbroken or are you repairing? How are you, Marshall? Are you still heartbroken? Are you dating that stylist that they said you were? I was very shocked, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, he might get his dick wet. This might be a good thing. Did I show you? That's what I said. Remember, I was all scared. I was like, do you have a problem with intimacy? One of us have to get out here and do it. I was like, no, I'll do it. How'd you do it? I choked. Marshall, I choked. I wasn't even going to tell you until you made me feel obligated by that whole, are you tired of blowjobs? You're not tired of blowjobs. Talking shit for your homies. Your homies noodle dicks. Talking shit. Let me get the next card out. Damn, that was bad, huh? So what do we got tomorrow? Heartbreak? That sucks. Oh, you're giving me a headache thinking about it. Oh, and the Five of Swords? Damn, maybe we should just chill and let all the cards catch up. Really? It's the Five of Swords. Oh, man. This isn't good. Yeah. Throw some Princess of Cups and now we got problems. What is the Five of Swords? Motherfucking defeat. He looks the same too. Look at him. Look at this guy. His name is Defeaty. Are you always a kid? Pretty much. Especially in the morning. You should catch me with my coffee dancing. It's something to see. Doesn't matter what time. Like what, 4? Yeah, whatever time I'm up. You catch me out there doing some shit. I'm pretty cool. Don't catch me, like, let me at least get a cigarette in though, dude. Really? No, I'm cool. Before then. I think I am. I don't know. If I want to see you, if I open my eyes and I want to see you, I'm going to be excited to see you. If I don't want to see you, then I don't want to see you. I don't know how this works. I just wake up to myself every day. The key word for the Five of Swords is defeat, and it heralds disappointment or loss. I mean, did I lose somebody? Did I lose something? I don't know. I shot my shot, bro. I didn't strike nothing down. That's okay. Bang bang. I'll shoot my shot again. It is a card about consequences. You may have been arrogantly and selfishly pursuing your own desires, and even if you think you've won, the victory will be a hollow one. Ooh, Hollow's Knight. Is winning worth it at any cost? Pick your battles carefully and consider the effect on others. Alternatively, this card can be about the consequence of violence and that the idea is that might is right. It can suggest that someone has bullied or injured you. No, they haven't. This card, this could be your boss, your partner, your parent, or even a stranger. Are you guys getting bullied by your partners? Your parents, or even strangers? Dude, if you don't man up on them, just call me and I will man up on them. If this is the case, you need to find your inner strength and stop giving your power away to this person. Even if you never see them again, dwelling on the incident and permitting it to shape you, casts you in a role of victim and allows them to win. Yeah, the longer you think about how they fucked you over, the more you feel like a piece of shit and that they're winning. And that's what you really think. You're like, oh, they just did me dirty and now they get to live a good life. And I'm suffering. You're suffering because you're thinking about it and they're not. And you're mad because they don't care. Sorry, I'm being so hurtful, right? Because I'm telling you the truth. That's really what's you're mad about, whoever you are. You're mad because they don't care about what they did to you. Can I tell you a secret? Forgive them, for they know not what they did to you and how bad you're suffering. Because number one, you're trying to hide it. No, I'm good. I'm good. Fuck that bitch. I'm good. Alright, you're good then. You want people to feel sorry for you, but you don't feel sorry for you. Or you're secretly feeling sorry for yourself. What did they do to you? They told you they don't want to fuck with you, and you can't take no? Or did they steal something? Did they actually physically harm you? Why'd they hurt you? Have they put their hands on you before? Again, if this is happening, this isn't their fault. If a grown person is putting their hands on you, this isn't that grown person's fault. This is your fault. There should be no incident where you're in a position where any grown person thinks it's okay to put their hands on you. You shouldn't be invoking that, and you shouldn't be around that type of person. It's hard to say, but it's the truth. And as a domestic violence survivor, I know this. It wasn't his fault. I mean, yeah. What's wrong with him? He couldn't use his words, so he used his hands. Most of it was triggering. He was just triggered about situations. But you know me and my mouth. There was much of it that was provoked. What, I don't make you want to hit a bitch? And that's where I'm like, hold on. It's not all your fault. I know, I can see myself. I can see what I would say to you, and let's just say I probably did a couple times. Really? No, I don't see myself saying anything. I mean, I've seen what I said to my first husband. What'd you say? In the middle of sex, I told him he was boring. A thought came out of my mouth, just like I told you in my last video. They come out. What I'm thinking comes out of my mouth for sure. Not always the best thoughts. It was boring. I was having a boring situation. Sorry, was I supposed to fake it? Then I'd be a liar, like you. Would you rather me lie to you? This is where my second husband would come in and say yes. Why can't you just lie to me? Because I'm not a liar. That's your job. He would be so mad that I wouldn't tell him what he wanted to eat. That he'd literally tell me, why don't you just lie to me? See it from a different perspective. People, what? It's over, is what you don't want to recognize, and you feel like you got hurt more than they did because they're not hurting. You're just dwelling on it more than they are. They've accepted the over faster than you could, and that hurts. It makes you feel worse. That's not necessarily true. Looking at myself, you would think that, you know what I mean, I was over it. I just shut off and took off. That's what I do even staying still. I just shut off and take off. Just shut it down and not even deal with it. So, you know, just because you think they're living their life, they might have just shut it all down and don't even want to deal with the pain of losing you or whatever happened between you and them. Really? I mean, it's a coping mechanism for myself and others. That's how I got through life. I'd just run away from the situation and completely forget about it. So there's many people that want to come up in my life and tell me how I did them dirty. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't me. That's even more insensitive. Really? Because I have absolutely no idea what the fuck they're talking about at all. Sometimes I'll recognize their faces, but the story, no, it doesn't. I have to listen to it very carefully to understand if they're telling the truth about who I am and what I would have said or done. I can tell when they're making it, exaggerating it and stuff, taking it further. But yeah, I have to, hey, I got judgment on me for shit I don't even know. Forgive me, for I know not what I did. Really? Yeah, you kind of got to live by that shit. Really? Yeah, because I say shit all the time. I said something to Bobby earlier, and he said something bad back to me all hissy. It's like, hey, are you projecting or are you angry? Was he angry? I don't know. I was trying to tell him to make some moves, and he was telling me the same shit. What the fuck are you talking about? I never know what that guy's talking about. Really? Yeah, it's his brain. I don't know how it works. Really? No, I know his heart works. I don't know what the fuck I don't know what his brain be doing. It thinks. That's what I told him. I was like, you think what you're doing is right. How could you possibly relate to my life? No, I gotta do the right thing. What the fuck is the right thing? Of course you think I'm wrong. If you think that's right. Oh, is that right? Is that right? Okay, well, alright, lefty Lucy. Anyways, alternatively, this card can be about yeah. If this is the case, you need to stop being pussy. Just kidding. If you never see this person again, dwelling on the incident and permitting it to shape you will cast you in the role of the victim and allow them to win. If this card appears in the future position, it comes with a warning to take precaution. Meaning what? Somebody's trying to fuck you over. I don't have to worry about this. Why? Because nobody comes near me. I mean, in the essence, I guess they try. You're gonna meet Pac on the outside of that door, fuckheads. I was thinking about that girl. I saw her yesterday for coffee. She was down there while I was making my coffee. She said, "Have a nice day." I was like, "Yeah, you too. You want to give me kindness? I'll give you aggressive kindness too." Remember that meme? Guys, scroll through my shorts and find the aggressive kindness. It's so funny. I'll give you that Jesus shit, bro. I'm giving you that Jesus shit, bro. I'm giving it. Be aggressive. Sorry. All right, reverse. You are wallowing in a feeling of disappointment after a setback. You're blaming everyone around you, but you really are the only person defeating you is you. Swallow your pride, reach out to the person you've argued with, and try to find a solution. I did that. Quarrels may be solved with negotiating. There's no negotiating. He's a terrorist. You can't negotiate with terrorists. He has these terrorist demands. And I'm not even. I'm going to move on. I don't care. God will send someone. And if you're not going to be that person, then fucking get the fuck out of the way. I'm so tired of this. I keep trying. God just keeps saying, yeah, make him love this man. I'm going to love you like I'm going to give it all. And then it's like, oh, it's too much. Well, get away from me. What a waste of my love and my space. You know how hard I work to give that to you? And you can't even take it? That was only a portion of it. That's even it's like the tip of the iceberg. I just can't. I'm not gonna beg nobody to be brave enough to let me love the shit out of you. Fucking with the whole goddess, I can understand how that could be very intimidating. And then you bring in all the spiritual aspects. Did we pull 3 cards? No. It was the 5 of Swords was in that card. Did I even read that card? I sure didn't. What did it say? Did it say anything? I just realized I read it out of the other book because we were reading the 3 of Swords out of the other book. Really? I just realized that. What does this one say? 4, 5. This world can be such a savage place, where hunter and prey are locked in fate they cannot escape. You hear the cries of challenge. They are coming and they mean to strike. To bypass claws that tear and beaks that bite, your sword arm must be merciless and true. Keywords: use of force, bullying, unkindness, winning at any cost. A. See, ugh, there's a nasty spirit out there. Luckily, I pulled 10 days of, protection of evil spirits. But watch out for people, bro. Unkindness. Winning at any cost. I don't even know what you're trying to win. But that's the competitiveness of life. It's a competitive world, as they say. I mean, again, I don't have the many worries that you guys have because I don't fucking worry about shit and I don't deal with shit. When you don't fuck with shit, you ain't got shit to worry about. Ugh, no. Ugh, let's just keep, no. What was it? It's just fucking Loki. 7 of Swords, lies and deceit. These are terrible cards. This is gonna be a terrible Monday, people. Really? Yeah, what the fuck is this? Defeat, heartbreak, lies. Oh, there's that's where we're at. It really fell out. I'm in my Empress mode. Spiritual work at hand. Oh, discontent. I don't believe it. Outcome? Ooh, the King of Wands. Hey, bro. Full of a lot of sexual energy. I have really no idea where this is coming from. It started like 2 days ago and it's very building up. So when I saw this, I was like, dude, there's just some guy. In my head, I was like, he's got a hard dick for you. That's all I heard. I was like, bro, that sounds nice. I heard a hard dick to wobble. God, Holy Spirit. You're speaking my language. Alright, Mr. Mastery of Wands, what's that going to bring? Ooh, we put you so. This talks about flourishing and abundance. Oh, shit. Beginning new cycles or ending them. New manifestations in the real world. Oh, man. Are you serious? A wish fulfillment. Hey, dude, we need a bird. Not like, I don't... I want a bird. I was like, I don't want one from the pet store. I don't want to adopt one. I don't want to do that because, they're weird birds. You've trapped their soul in a store. That sucks, poor birds. That sucks. Look, all happy. Got the 9 of coins, the 10 of coins. I guess all you got to do is make it through this tomorrow. Really? I mean, going back to it, there's a little bit of discontent. If you're disconnected from the feminine, this is where this all starts. Your feminine, your emotions. Once you tap into them, you're going to find the ones you don't like. You have to sort through those. You have to sort through, that's what the whole awakening is. It's taking off all the things that don't make you feel good. The idea is to find stuff that makes you feel good, but for the first who knows how long, it's all about not feeling good. That's why I'm here. I'm the Dark Goddess to teach you all the dark layers of your feelings, all the things that don't feel good, and how to change your way of how you think about it, so you can feel better. Just like I did right now. It didn't matter who you were, bro. Whatever relationship you were in. When I said it like that, you had to it changed you, if you were listening. It hurts. That's the first part. But that's not all that you feel. You think that you hurt. You think that you're mad. Because that's all your mind can come up with is those type of words. I fucking hate them. You have to allow your feelings to have more voices than that. Because those type of words are really not useful in a conversation. Saying you hurt me is just casting out you, that they did something to you. What happened really brought up my hurt. People can't hurt you. They can physically, but what happens is their actions and their words have an effect on you that has an emotional rise, and that rise can be described as hurt. If you're disassociated, right, like someone like me, where your brain doesn't process what they did, then you don't hurt. Right? So, it's not to say that what you did didn't hurt me, Or maybe what you didn't, something minor you did hurt me so much. It's how my brain processes it. Now understand that your feelings are your feelings. They're coming from how you think about stuff. That's why people go to therapy, so they could talk about how they feel about things that have happened in their life. And a therapist, a very good one, will suggest a different way of thinking about it. And that in turn will help you feel differently about the situation. And I just want to point out, we're still in the mastery of the mind. All right, I'm seeing Stephen Hawkins and stuff like that. It runs through your brain and through your spine, your nervous system, right? It's all in your thoughts and how you perceive it. So you're seeing yourself as a victim to what they did. But if you look at the bigger role, you'll see that both of you had a part to play. And if you're truly honest with yourself, you're probably going to see that you played a much bigger role, and that's why you're taking this harder than they are. You might believe that you didn't mean anything because they're not hurt by what they did, by what happened, or that they moved on real quickly. That's that feeling neglected. Some people have to just turn their back and run away, and that's someone like me. It's not that it didn't hurt me, it's that it hurt so bad that I couldn't look back. That's what that means. I couldn't face it. So I ran away and I started something different, and I kept myself busy because I couldn't face it. Now, anybody that's a tarot reader that's been watching tarot, you can hear the masculine being said right here. These are masculine actions. These are man-made actions to protect yourself from your what? Your feminine side, which is your feelings. You take actions to protect yourself. They're coping mechanisms, they're fight or flight, they're all different types of things. It's all through the mind. Right? Right. So, going back to your heartbreak, the only way we could sit down and do a session, but you're not going to like this, because I'm not going to sit there, and no dark goddess will do this with you. You can't pray to the dark goddess and not get this. I'm not going to sit there and let you play victim to this. I'm going to accept that you hurt really bad, that you have a lot of built up emotions about what you experienced. But I am going to make you, relive the experience and see it bigger. And I am not going to let you leave until you change how you see this experience, so that you can feel better when you walk away from me. It's not that I'm going to pick their side. I'm going to ask you, and you're going to tell me what really happened. And then you're going to understand why they did what they did, and why you did what you did. Because you know them best. You know why they did that. You just are shocked that they did it. But if you step back even further, ask yourself, how many other people have they done this to? Now, are you offended that they do it to everyone else and they should have never done it to you? But this is their pattern. It's not about you being more special. It's that you're expecting them to break a pattern that they cannot break, not with anyone else or you. And that could be drugs and alcohol. It's like, dude, you can't stop drinking for your kids. They can't stop drinking for their parents. They can't stop drinking for them. It's not about the kids. And you bringing the kids makes them want to drink more. The drinking is to put the pain down. You're trying to get them to put the pain down by giving them more pain. They're hiding from guilt, and you're trying to guilt them out of hiding. I can't make up a reason for everybody that's ever hurt me, but I can bring peace to every piece of hurt that hurts me. by a higher understanding. And even if I can't, I can tell my mind that it's okay. And that's not how it is. All you have to do is change your mind into how it thinks it is. You don't have to change what it, if you don't have to change the whole narrative, but you have to change how you think about it to go forward. And that's the stories you've been telling. You tell this story of what happened. You tell it inside and you tell it outside, but you leave out the story. And if you told the whole story, I promise you'd stop telling that fucking story. Because it didn't just start with them, and it didn't just start with you. Well, I don't know why they said that. I don't know why they freaked out. If you have one of those comments, you need to ask deeper. That means it's beyond you. Start asking, where were they? What state of mind were they in when you said something and they fucking lost it? Do you understand what a trigger is? Do you understand you could have triggered something inside of them and they blacked out and they saw their childhood wound and took it out on you? Have you ever seen something like that? Okay, well, scroll through my videos. Any Friday or Saturday, you'll catch a couple of those. That's what twin flames do. They trigger me into some kind of pain, and I go off on them like they're the ones that did it. Some of them do. How could you do this? You gotta change it, bro. And that's where this all is about the feminine. That's the Empress. Dealing with your feelings, it's just dealing with the hurt ones. That was what was wrong with me. I didn't know what was wrong with me. It happened so fast. I had all these feelings, and then I had no memories. And then I tried to piece things together, and I just started freaking out. And I just started questioning everything. Everything. I would go out, my mind was on autopilot still. I would just watch. I guess I watched for the first few weeks. And that's where it was like I was always apologizing because I was aware that my personality disorder, what it was doing. And I tried to apologize for it, but then it would do it again. And at some point, I started fighting the mind. And that's where this came. I didn't just let the mind do what it wanted. And that's where all of this came. I had to fight 7 egos, 7 altars, and lay them to rest. And then it was just me trying to figure out life without that knowledge and wisdom that the egos had. Everything was a new experience. But if I went to do something that I considered to be something I never did before, and the memory of this being a bad situation, it still lived within me. So I would be overfilled with fear or anxiety or anger towards something I was approaching or about to do with no understanding. So then I'd have to body map. Why am I feeling this way? All I want to do is go to this place. Why am I feeling this way? And I'd have to follow that feeling. What is this feeling? I feel like I'm angry. Why am I angry? What happened to me? Why am I angry? And that's where it comes from. And that's where I do these moments. I'll stop and ask myself right there on that 3 of Swords, am I hurt? And I listen inside of my heart. I listen deep inside of my body. Does something hurt in there? And it'll tell you. As I say that, I'm about to cry. Sometimes it doesn't have a voice. You just carry hurt. Sometimes you do, and you know exactly what's hurting, and you just can't put it in words. Because it's like you know what it is, but you can't let it out of your mouth. You can see it, but you can't say it. There's those hurts too. You have to work on getting to the point where you can say it, so you can let it out. Otherwise, it just lives in there. There's lots of them. You have to check on yourself. That's the cleaning of your chakras every day. You go through it. You go through your mind, right? You go through your thoughts. You got to go all the way through your system. You go through your heart, see if your heart's hurting. Go through your mouth, see if there's anything that you haven't said that you're holding back. You go through your solar plexus. Is there any places that you feel, afraid of, that you feel insecure about? Insecure means unsafe. A lot of people have body insecurities, meaning they don't feel safe in their body. They don't like how body looks, so that makes them feel unsafe in their body. There's lots of different insecurities. Then you go down to your sacral, which is right above your, right around the belly button, and that's your sexual energy. And then you go all the way down to your root. It's like, is there anything wrong with my reality? What's going on? Let me tap into my real world, my real day. You go through all these layers of yourself all the time. That's what I do. And it flows. Information flows, you know what I mean? Whether anything. It stores it. We see stuff and we hear stuff, and it just goes into our body. And then it'll come back out at different times. We'll repeat words that, oh, I saw this one time I saw on TV. You know those moments? Yeah, I saw that shit on TikTok. Like, how long ago, right? You're remembering some weird-ass old shit. That's the information. It lies within us. So when it comes up, right, stored information, especially if it's negative, it comes up real heavy. And it comes with a lot of emotions. Now, as you start working through this stored information that you've been storing, which is a bad memory or that comes with repressed emotions, you start building it out, pulling it out of your mind. So you're pulling it out of your body. After you've actually changed your thought of it, that's cool. But what you've really done is pulled something out of your body. It's like pulling a muscle. And that's where I'd come in with these videos about the alchemical transmutation at a cellular level. You've pulled this thought and this feeling literally out of your skin, your blood, your DNA. You no longer think this way. And because of that thought, you used to walk, and it literally held weight in certain places. It blocked blood flow, all kinds of shit. When you pull them out, bro, it changes your physical being. It kind of hurts at first. And that's why I call it's an open heart surgery, because it's shit of the heart. But it's actually stored within your body. There's a book that I've been recommending, and people have been recommending to me since the very beginning of this journey, called The Body Keeps the Count. I do body mapping. Again, I have dissociated amnesia. The memories can be activated only through feelings. You have to say something or do something, and then it makes me feel uncomfortable, and then I can use that feeling to map myself to my pain. Again, I don't go looking for pain because I have plenty to deal with. There's tons of it stored in there. It just kept coming out. And in order for it to come out, I was hurting, bro. It hurt to see this stuff. It hurt to see what people had done to me. I felt like I wanted to die. I felt used and abused and neglected and rejected my whole life. I felt like such a piece of trash as I went through these memories, and I could see how nobody loved me. Nobody cared about me. Nobody took care of me. Nobody even fucking checked on me. And yet I just walked around in a daze, you know what I mean? Trying to be successful and trying to be, trying to be the best me I could be with nobody. But I understood, you know what I mean? Why I didn't let people in, because I'd learned my lesson. Or so I thought. It was really hard to see what my life was and how, but all I could do was feel, I couldn't feel too sorry for myself. I was empowered. You're so brave. You got here. There's so many things I can look back at my life and be like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I've been through that. How did I make it through that? I don't get to fully know, but I'm here today. I made it through that shit. And so part of me is sad, but mostly respectful for the brave, crazy girl that got me here. She just kept getting hurt, bro, and she just kept going. The world kept fucking her up, but she just kept going, bro. She wouldn't let us stop her. And as I say that, that was Lisa's life, but you say that and it's like, that's Lilith. She had the spirit of Lilith pushing her. It's crazy, bro. How could I live like that? And that's the alternative. Like, you look at it, it's like, would you give all this up? No, because I was asleep. As much as I hate him, bro, he woke me up. He gave me new life. I had to face my old life in order for this to happen. But he woke me up, bro. I was not awake. When Bobby reached out to me, that's when all this started, bro. Something simplistic, like I always think of the times. I couldn't remember who he was. And I had all these feelings going off inside of me that I did not recognize. I didn't know who this man was and why I felt this way. And that's what started this whole thing. At first it was love. When I found what it was, I realized, you used to love this guy. I went and told him, and it was a big thing for me at that moment, but I was still dealing with all kinds of other things. I was trying to discover everything about my life at that moment. And that's why it's like, God, man, I wish I never met you. But that's not true. Who would I have been if I wouldn't have woke up? I mean, yeah, I was going somewhere, but not, I don't know. And you look at it, it's like maybe I could have lived my whole life like that, and nobody would have ever really known. I never really did. People thought I was bipolar because they would see me go from extremes, but that's not what was going on in there. I don't know. Go back and relive it. Tell yourself a different story. You don't have to lie to yourself. You'll see it differently. You have different eyes now. And if you can't, just step into their shoes. Try to be them for a minute. Not because this is all a process so that you can get free from these moments in time. You're frozen in a memory of pain and suffering. And I'm trying to tell you, like, how I get out of them. I used to get stuck in them. One I got stuck in for like 3 days. It's terrible. I don't do that no more. But you gotta stay there until as long as it takes. It's like, how come you guys keep bringing this shit up? That's Russ. They kept bringing it up and bringing it up. I'm like, why do you keep bringing this up? It's like, do you want me to hurt? I didn't even feel my own pain. I couldn't. Those are going to be hard videos to watch. He had hurt me, but I couldn't even feel it. I couldn't even feel it. That should be an answer to you right there, and that's how I made it through all this, out through life. I was completely hurt. I just didn't feel any of it. If I didn't think about it, I didn't feel it. And that's why they want you to keep your mind off of shit. But it doesn't mean that it goes anywhere. It's still hiding inside of your body. They want to, keep you overactive and over-progressive. What is that? The Knight of Swords and the fucking devil. I mean, the Knight of Wands and the devil. Not this weekend. Realistically, no. No. I have to give up I have to give up the maiden to become the mother. You understand that, right? And I couldn't have done that, and that's what I did to Wolfman. I was like, bro, you gotta grow up. I'm not gonna make him an emperor out of you. You're over here a Knight of Wands. Well, who's the Knight of Wands? And that's it too. I didn't see that. There you see all these men and me playing around with all of them like that, like there's like competition or that I'm a player or something. No. Are you paying attention? I'm the one getting played here. Kid and play. But that's what I have to do, and that's what it is. I posted that too to really scare the shit out of whoever that guy is. It's like, I'm gonna give you a beautiful daughter and a beautiful son. Really? Yeah, maybe even twins. I had seen that in my earlier visions. I don't know. I think it comes down to the man, but, God's all. He can make you. I asked him to do that just so it could be done. That's not true. Unless I freaking pull all these eggs out and freeze them. Where are we going to put those? What is he talking about anyways? God and his magnificent plans. Oops. Well, anyways, that's the story. Tomorrow's going to be a rough one, it looks like. And that's because it seems like the truth is coming out. Defeat and heartbreak and all that, that's just stuff that's coming to the surface, it sounds like. I mean, maybe somebody, if it's going to happen, then it's just the truth. It's like, oh, they're about to do what you always thought they were gonna do, or what you never thought they would do, or what you never hoped they would do. Really? That's what I see. And if it's already happened, then you're just dealing with what has already happened, which is just a typical Monday, which is reflections and healing on what has happened. I never was playing anybody. All I wanted to do was get to a place where I'm at right now where I could really settle down. I may have blamed you, but let's be realistic. I wasn't mentally ready. I had a lot of fears. And that fear came out in a lot of anger. It looked like a lot of anger. But it was a lot of fear about getting to this point. And that's what we do. We blame people that it didn't work out. It's your fault. It's all your fault, Marshall. I mean, seriously, we were too, like, come on. We were never going to date. That's like expecting one of us to hold hands or something. It's like these two. You could spend a whole eternity watching these two never touch each other. Well, somebody had to do it. I'm over there trying to poke him with a stick from afar. Realistically, I mean, as mad as I am, it's like I'm the only one that took that shot. Nobody else is shooting that fucking high above the fence. I got him. I could get this one. He's mine. This bitch. What is wrong with her? God who gives me strength to believe in such crazy shit. I believed it. Realistically, yeah, I believed I could fucking be happily ever after with all you bastards. It wasn't you. I mean, yeah, you got some issues. You're far from it. But it's not something you wanted. And I was trying to put my wants and make you that dream guy. Okay, apologies. But eventually you'll probably be somebody's husband and father, won't you, though? Isn't that something you should be growing into? Was that wrong of me to see you in a futuristic position as a grown, authoritative emperor? You should have been honored by the fact nobody is looking at you as having children, Ellie. I mean, they probably want to give you babies, but they weren't looking at you as a father figure. Haha! Here, Ellie, I've made you a baby. You can see him panicking. Yeah. Does this mean I have to stop playing video games? Occasionally, yes. That's what that would mean. Seriously, though. I'm fucking up my makeup. I need to go to bed. Anyways, yeah. Tomorrow looks a little rough and tough with the Afro Puff. You just need some relaxer in there. Sorry. It's just stupid jokes. Some of the shit that comes out of my mouth. I'll be looking at my fucking spirit guys like, you guys are stupid as fuck. I'm light. They know that didn't come from me, bro. I say words like bro and dude. Oh, my Holy Spirits are stupid. Alright, hey. Let it go. Or, I mean, the only way you're going to let it go is to face it. And some of it, you might need to actually speak some words, bro. After you review it, sometimes you got to go back and be like, hey, this was me. I'm sorry. Sometimes, bro, you need that in your life. Aw, you fucked it all up. Well, anyways, I'm going to bed. I wish you guys a good day, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Good luck. Laters, haters. Oops, wrong button.